Seems if you're from this part of the world, you simply do not want old, white, fat men as statues. That's according to one government over here in the United Kingdom. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. Nice to see you. I hope you're keeping well. And a rather windy day now. Yes, the wind's taking. You can see that, can't you? I love it when people still say to me, "Is that a green screen?" As if you'd style your hair like a burning bush. Do you know what I mean? What can you do when you're out in the elements? It's just the way it is. We like being out and about. It's nice to show people that, there is life outside a TV studio. Of course, this is no green screen. We don't sit at a desk. We don't do anything like that. We like to get out and about to give you a little bit of fresh air through the lens. You get the picture. You know what I'm saying? Here's my, yes, I'm going to take off in a minute. Back as ever, though, to your breaking news story of the day. This really only centres on, as we told you recently, about, the removal of statues over here is phenomenal, really. Now, apparently, the Welsh government have decided in a recent poll, in conjunction with the Black Lives Matter movement, that there are 209 objects, they don't call them statues, objects that people could be offended by. Yeah. And so this apparently all started back with a statue regarding Thomas Picton in 2020. But now they've cited other great people like Sir Winston Churchill, amongst other things, and they've said, well, they may be now safer to be removed and put inside government buildings. Now, how weak is that? I mean, the bottom line is, as we've often said here on the show, statues are there to remind, educate, and hopefully bring forward the idea of what that particular period in time was. If you look at anything, you could say that about a movie, an historical war film, whichever, everything's there to be learned upon. But now in this woke world, the government in Wales have decided that people could just be offended. It might trigger their unhappiness, their mental health. So at great expense, in this cost of living crisis, they're willing to pay thousands of pounds to remove and then realign certain statues. Now, the bottom line is this, as I often say here on the show, it's never really given the opportunity to the people that actually pay taxes. It's always given to the younger generation, the millennials, the Jay-Z generation, who have yet to contribute to life in any form by paying any level of tax. But apparently they're the ones that are most offended, and they're the ones that we have to cater to and pay for. This isn't an attack on them, but obviously if it had to come out of their, say, university grant, how quickly would they want these statues removed? So far, the Welsh Government are deciding exactly how many of the 209 statues they wish to remove. It will finally apparently be down to a movement regarding the British public over in Wales. I'd love to know, if you live in that part of the woods, as they say, what you think to this particular story. Are you offended by these statues? Do you not think when they were put up they were of a moment in time, and they're there still to educate and re-educate many different people from many different generations? And once again, is it simply the woke councils playing around with your money, the taxpayers' money, who seemingly have nothing better to do than waste their time deciding what you and I can look at while we're out shopping and going through our daily business? As ever, I'd love to know what you think to this particular story in the comments below, particularly if you're from the wonderful area that is Wales. Neil Sean in the heart of England.